Glad we got ourselves off the mat. It was a tough stretch for us, and proud of this team for having a good film session a couple days ago, having a good practice yesterday, and coming out with some fire. And we still got to get our defense right. 79 points is too much. It's something that we got to continue to grow. We've shown we're capable of it through stretches this year. But I do think we shared the ball really well, 20 assists, and took a big step today.
I mean, obviously, you can kind of count on Ace for the scoring and so on, but you get Rhea and Simon shooting the way they did today, especially in the first half. Just how much does that open up the offense for the rest of the guys? I mean, then you get 6 guys in double figures today, and Jerome didn't even score, and he's usually one of your guys in that double figure range.
Absolutely. I thought our, when we have 20 assists, that's a sign that things are going well with our offense, because we try to score fast. We try to get those first actions and let guys get to the paint. And our guards, like Ace, are usually a beneficiary of that. But I thought everyone kind of took their turn to make a little run. I thought Indy had a good second half. I thought EY did some good things playmaking for us. And really proud of M's, Ugbo, to be able to kind of go through that tough stretch. And I thought he did it the right way today. He kind of started off the game. He got us some transition looks where he pushed the ball up the floor. He got us some offensive rebounds. He made some momentum plays defensively. And, the ball finds energy. And I thought he had the right energy today, and then the scoring kind of took care of itself.
This is a couple games in a row now. It feels like that Ace maybe didn't have his best punch in the first half and then just erupts in the second half. Is there something he's tinkering with at halftime, or is it just kind of the natural flow of the game where he settles in and then gets really hot in the last 20?
Well, I think with our offense, like, you can take things away, and it's all pretty much read based, and so teams are really keying in on him and trying to get him off the ball and trap his first ball screens or pressure him a few different ways, and so I think he's finally starting to understand just to let the game come to him. He made some big time defensive plays. I thought it was his best defensive game of the year today. And he's starting to make the simple plays offensively. And when he does that, he doesn't break rhythm, and he's allowing himself to, whenever that comes, maybe lately it's been the second half, but whenever that time comes for him to be aggressive, he's starting to be more in rhythm because of that.
Just kind of talk about the energy and the joy from the bench when Dio gets in, and not just gets in, but then blocks a shot and hits a couple free throws and scraps for a rebound. I mean, just kind of, what's it like for you as a coach seeing the joy from the team? At the end of a win, to get someone on the court who doesn't play a lot and have him make a couple plays.
Well, I think it speaks to two things. Number one is Dio. I mean, the dude's been here about 6 months, and even like 3 weeks in, we're here. And it's just the athletic teams, and he's up in the Grey Dub, and you see him with the football guys, and you see him go talk to the volleyball team, and he's like friends with everybody, and he's roommates with Ace. And I asked Ace what it's like, and he's like, well, Dio's always just hanging out with someone different on different floors, and he's just Mr. Social. And so it just kind of speaks to him as a person, how obviously he's got a lot of friends, a lot of people that know him in the crowd. But it also speaks to Pullman. Like, this place has embraced him. He's found a home here, and really been supported from our team and the whole crowd tonight. And just thought it was a really cool moment for our team and for him.
Did it seem like you guys were getting the looks you wanted on the first action more tonight? And why do you think that was?
I think we were way more patient. Like, we didn't try to force that first ball screen or the first step up or whatever that first action was. I thought we created an advantage and then used that separation to get a great shot. And I think in our offense is you can create an advantage and sometimes shoot it on that first action, but like now we get Rhea and Simon loose off those staggers because they got to help on those first actions, and now they're coming off with a little bit of separation rather than like Rhea trying to wrestle with some of these athletes and get them open on that first stagger. He's got a little separation, and that's where it makes him really hard to guard.
Ems was talking about how he went through that kind of rough stretch that you mentioned, and it seemed like for him a lot of it was just kind of realizing that he needed to kind of start closer to the basket and then kind of expand his game. I'm wondering, like, for a guy like that, like, what does it take for him to kind of like understand that that's an adjustment he needs to make?
Well, I think we've talked about that a lot. He's been working with Pedro and Orlando a lot, and Orlando's someone that's good for him. Is someone that's started his career off as more of an inside guy and expanded his game to the outside. And when you're doing what Ems is doing, where he's been an inside guy most of his life and trying to expand his game a little bit, you start overcompensating a little bit. And I think that's something that he's been getting better with, and I think hopefully he can find some rhythm with that and find the understanding when to pick his spots.
As the lead grew in the second half, what did you see from your defense that really stood out to you?
I thought we started contesting shots a little bit more. That's something that we've been really disappointed in is our 3-point percentage defense. And in the second half, it wasn't necessarily threes that we weren't contesting, but they were getting to some of those mid ranges. And they're really good players. They're guys that can make those shots. And it's not like the mid range shot's a bad shot. It's a bad shot when it's contested and off balance. And so we were kind of struggling to force them to shoot some more of those contested off balance ones. And I thought just getting a high hand up and being a little more urgent was the biggest thing.
Coach, so when we look at kind of the free throw percentage today, 73%, it's a little bit better than it has been, but what kind of improvements are you going to be looking to make when it comes to kind of the charity line? Well,
that's something that we spent more time on. I think just a little more dialed in practice and focus time with the free throws. And I think the guys that were kind of struggling at the line have really taken it on themselves to get in the gym and focus. And, it's something that they've been competitive when we've with our coaching staff and with these guys, we've put them in situations where there's a little more pressure on their free throws in practice, and I think that translates.
They got it down to 5 like early on in the second half. What was kind of going wrong for you guys in that stretch, and how did you guys kind of turn that around?
I think they scored 6 straight times to start the half. I think we did also, but it was just like a pickup game where I didn't feel like any of the teams were guarding. And that's an issue with our team right now is we have these stretches where we get a little too, I don't know, we start focusing on too many things and we got to dial it down and keep the main thing. And I thought that was kind of the issue with the contest. What I was talking about earlier is part of that. And they made some tough shots as well. And you got to weather that storm. But at the end of the day, like we got to keep that defensive identity, especially down the stretch.
Coach, thanks for your time.
Go Cougs.
All right. We're here with Rihards, Vavers, and Emmanuel Ugbo following today's win over Pepperdine. We'll open it up to questions for these guys.
Ree, for you, I mean, just obviously the last couple of years, injuries to deal with here and there, but you come back consecutive 16-point games. Just how much does it kind of feel like you've found your stride, and even with the concussion last week, are kind of in that rhythm of shooting threes again?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just staying confident, staying ready. I don't think injury like concussion can set me back. So I was just staying ready whenever my time was to come. And, yeah, I'm just feeling comfortable out there playing with my teammates. They're fighting me, so all I got to do is just make shots.
Ems, for you, first double-digit game, I think, since the Eastern game. Just felt like kind of you found more of your comfort level again, especially in the paint. Just kind of how have you maybe adjusted from where you were shooting a lot of threes early to now kind of, trying to bang bodies a little bit down low?
Just watching a lot of film with the coaches, talking to them, and for me realizing that, like, also early on in the season when I was scoring double digits, I started off in the paint and then build it out, and then is when I was knocking down my jumpers. And I feel like the past couple games I was just coming in the game hungry to shoot threes, and I mean that's part of my game, but I feel like that is just like it's a compliment to my game, and I should start in the paint like today and then build it out, have a rhythm.
You guys talk about the last couple minutes and just the emotions and the excitement seeing Dio not only score but to block a shot at 6 feet or whatever he's listed at. But just kind of talk about the enjoyment you guys getting to see a guy come off the bench and be able to make a couple plays like that late in the game.
Man, it's great. Like Dio is a great energy guy. He's always in a good mood. Even when you feel, when you have them days that you don't feel like really going, Dio's gonna make you want to go. So just to see him get his points, his rebound, the block, it's just amazing. Hear the whole gym go crazy. It's amazing.
And what did it take for you to kind of reset yourself on the court? Like, how did you kind of come to the realization that was, what you needed to do out there?
Like I said, talking to the coaches didn't lose any trust in me because they know what I'm capable of. I show it in practice. My teammates know what I'm capable of. They keep feeding me. My teammates holding me accountable. So I just I just simplified it for myself, and I feel like today was a good game for me to show what I have in the paint, and then slowly building it out and just show the whole world, show the whole conference what we got.
Ree, tell me if I'm seeing this wrong, but it seems like this year you're doing a lot more on the court that you weren't doing last year, between attacking closeouts and swinging the ball, that kind of thing. Is that right? Or how much more of your game do you feel like you're able to show this year?
Yeah, I mean, I finally had an offseason where I could work on my game. Attacking closeouts and making reads was definitely one of them, and of course defensive end, not getting blown by, standing in front of bodies, just being aggressor. So this offseason helped a lot, and I can finally showcase that into my game.
Hey, Ree, what was working for you in the first 10 minutes of the game? What was clicking?
I think my teammates just found me. We got stops, we ran, we had momentum. And, yeah, I just found open spots. My teammates found me, attack closeouts, got a couple of steals. So it's all my teammates. They pushed me to get better and found me. So, yeah.
One more over here.
Ree, coming into tonight, you had 2 assists this season. You had 3 today. Just how much is that kind of something you're trying to adapt into your game, just kind of being able to distribute a little bit more? Obviously, as a catch-and-3 specialist, there isn't a lot of assists that come naturally, but where have you kind of maybe tried to work on that so that you're setting up teammates as well?
I mean, a lot of the times when I catch the ball, I think I'm open and I just shoot it. And the last couple of games, I've been just trying to attack closeouts and trying to see advantage that I can create for my teammates. Like Simon had a couple open shots that I passed to him, and Ace had a fast break shot. So just creating those open shots for other teammates, because I know they're going to be running me off the line and trying to chase me everywhere. So just making those extra plays and making those extra open shots.
Ree, I have like a really nice question for you. So you had 1 3 in the first half where you kind of pump fake, let the guy kind of fly by, and then kind of step to the left, and then shot it. When you're in that moment when you're about to catch the ball and you see a closeout coming, how do you tell whether you have space to go up or you need to kind of let him fly by?
I guess it's just natural. I mean,
Shooter instinct, guys. Shooter instinct.
Trying to read the game. Yeah, I mean, it's just flow of the game, I guess. I don't really know. I just automatically make the reads. So, yeah.
Just tell us first off, what's going right for you right now? You're shooting really hot over these last 6 games.
My shot feels really good. I've been in the gym working, trying to get it feel right, and my teammates done a great job of finding me. I think all my threes like last couple games have been assisted. My teammates are doing a great job of finding me when I'm feeling good, and the shots are going in.
Yeah, talk about the ball movement. I know you're talking about the assists and they're finding you. You guys had really good ball movement, unselfish play. You get it going from side to side, and good things happen, and you find yourself wide open.
Exactly. When we move the ball, we know we're great. And look at Coach Riley's teams in the past. They've always had high assist numbers every year. So I think that was a big part of why I wanted to come here. I knew there was going to be a team that was going to move the ball. Everybody's going to look to make the extra pass, and it's benefiting me right now. And I know, next game, it might benefit someone else. I mean, my shot's not going, and we're always willing to make the extra pass, and somebody else is going to have a great shooting night.
Yeah, and besides from knocking down threes, you showed some of that mid-range, the inside finishing. Talk about your complete package of a game. I mean, they even set down screens for you now. I mean, as a post player, you're really showing it all.
Yeah, I think my versatility is huge, and again, another big reason why I decided to come here. Coach Riley sold me on the fact that, hey, you're going to play on the perimeter, and you're going to have guys send screens for you with big guys guarding you, and that's going to get you open and get good shots.
You know what you guys were focused on coming into the game today. How do you grade how you guys played this game as a team in terms of getting back on the right track and focusing on the things that the coaches wanted you guys to install today?
Yeah, I'd give us about a 7.5 out of 10. I think, we went up big early. And we let them right back in the game. We want to be a much better defensive team. Like I said, we went up early and we let them cut it to 6 or 5 or whatever it was. So we got to find a way to keep that competitive stamina and take control of the game right from the start, because it's Division I basketball. There's so many good players, so many good teams. If we let a team cut the lead back to 6 in the first half, anything can happen. So once we smell blood, go finish it.
Last thing for you, saw how excited you guys all were for Dio Blakeley, his first college points, gets his first college stat on a block shot. I mean, just tell us about Dio and why you guys reacted that way.
Yeah, Dio's such an awesome guy. He shows up every day. He brings energy when practice is a little bit down. He's always an energy. So, just to see him get a chance to come in and get that huge block and then follow it up by knocking down some free throws, it's awesome. We're all so happy for him and glad he got that opportunity.
Well, we're happy for you, Simon. Congratulations on the victory. How well you're shooting it right now. Hopefully that just keeps flowing for you. Yep. And we'll see you down the line with a big win today for Washington State.